welcome along to a Sunday night chit chat. Looks like a few of you guys have been having a good old chin wag before I even got here. So we'll just go back in the chat here. And yes, thank you guys. I have got your super chats already. You guys are absolute legends. So in the house we have Mad Kiwi. How's it, brother? Jade's Adventures. Phil with 2 L's is in the house. Digger Mike has turned up. We got Jacob, 15. I can never remember that number. What is it, mate? 1556, that's the one. And Stephen Dixon is in the house as well. Stutter. So welcome, team. Hope you are all well. Who else have I missed? Oh, Luke Reich. Good evening, all. Good evening to you too, sir. And Nigel is in the house. How's it, buddy? Oh, Blades Piggin has just turned up as well. Better get your names down. Nigel, one of my patrons. And thank you for your support, buddy. And Blades Piggin, another one of my patrons. Cheers, matey. And welcome along, guys. Dude! Mad Kiwi. Keep smiling. Oh, I'm a bit lost for words, buddy. Dude. Thank you so much, Mad Kiwi. And I want to hear all about this wee trip of yours, man. That looked awesome. I believe you were in Queenstown having a wee holiday. It looked epic, man, out on the jet boat and all the rest of it. I hope you had a great time. And it looked rather romantic as well. Few little pickies there. Oh, Mad Kiwi. That definitely deserves a fair few entries, buddy. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Who else have we got in the house? Arnie C. All the way from over the oceans. How's it, buddy? And welcome along. Kane Friday. How's it? There's a new name in the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm just a little bit gobsmacked and a bit speechless with Mad Kiwi. Thank you so much, buddy. That's just unreal. Get you a few. Well, that's definitely going to get a few entries into the end of stream draw. Who else have we got in the house? Yeah, everyone give a big mad props to Mad Kiwi. And yes, thank you, Digger Mike. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way in. We've got a little hostess for the evening, have we? Kane, hello Crispies. I was born in Waitara. I live in Perth now. Oh, well, we won't hold that against you. But what's the weather like over in Aussie there at the moment? And how long have you been over there? Arnie C, Vegemite for all. Arnie C, Vegemite is Australian. It's Marmite over here in Kiwi land, New Zealand. NZ Warriorsman is in the house. How's it, buddy? Hope you are well. NZ Warriors. Men, it is. Haha, got it right. Shannon Hinton is in the house. How's it, my friend? Dude, how you doing? I'm still digging holes, just a bit quieter these days. Oh, Mac, he is, isn't he? EDC, welcome, brother. Yeah, shoulder is doing real well. We'll get on to that in a minute, mate. Rolling photography. How's it? And welcome to the stream, guys. I've got a few new names in the stream here, so I will just go into why I am writing people's names down. At the end of the stream, we do a couple of draws, and those draws are for entries into an overall competition. And that comp at the moment is I'm giving away a custom-made CK blade that I make myself to the value of $300. So For an entry into that end of stream giveaway, you must either be a patron of mine or a YouTube member. And like I keep saying, Patreon is the preferred one because you will get, for a couple of bucks more per month, you'll get extra videos, first rights or first viewing of any video that goes on YouTube, and a few more perks like that. So Patreon is the better option, but for every patron and every YouTube member, you get, just by turning up here on the stream, you get an instant entry into one of the end of stream draws. Super chats are the other way you can get an entry. So for every super chat, you get an entry into the end of stream draw. And at the moment, we have Nigel with 1, Nigel with 2, Jade with 1, Jade's Adventures with 1, and Blade Pigging has 2 as well. You need 5 wins to secure that prize and pick a blade from my designs and handles and all the rest of it. And we've already given away 1, and that went to Digger Mike. And I've actually got something of that to show you tonight because I am back on the knives, which is very, very exciting. Oh, Kane, you're from Taranaki Hardcore. Nice. Yeah, that's my my youngest one, Arnie C. Yeah, we call her Poppet, or I call her Poppet. And her what's your full name? Peyton. Yeah, Peyton. So there you go, Arnie. It is Poppet. So you did remember. Well done. Oh, dude, Mad Kiwi. I might as well just give you a blooming entry for that knife, babe. I think you're going to win this one tonight. Crikey, mate. Has Shiv given you the credit card tonight, buddy? Mate, thank you so much. Yeah, you've got no idea how much this is going to help at the moment. Well, actually, you probably do, to be honest. Pig Dog is in the house. How's it, Tony? Hope you are doing well over there in Aussie. We've got a few Australians in the chat tonight. Welcome along, guys. And Pig Dog, you are a Patreon. So I will just write your name down for the end of stream draw. Alrighty, guys. Oh, David Carlisle's in the house. We got a full house tonight. My goodness, how cool. Yeah, Digger Mike. Yeah, it was just luck of the draw. We had some big nights with some big bids going in. Blades Piggin was desperate to get onto one of those blades. But somehow or another, old Digger Mike, yeah, he scored it. So lucky for him. Right, I'm going to do an early bird giveaway tonight. I wanted to do an early bird giveaway for you guys who turned up early in the chat. And my goodness, you've all turned up way too early. So I've got a bunch of cards here. And on these cards, I am doing NZ timbers that I use for my knife handles. So these are timbers that I have used, will use, or most predominantly use on my knife handles. So two of them are, or one of them is actually really easy. We'll get that one out of the way now. But two of them, you will have to think a little bit. But Mason, welcome, buddy. Didn't see you sneak in there. How are you doing? I'll just write your name down. Mason Waller. Man, I need new glasses. I seriously need new glasses. I'm struggling to see. Flip! There goes a blast from the past. Dead Possum is in the house. How's it, buddy? Another one of my YouTube members. I'll just write your name down. Trying to get into a giveaway, but you guys just keep coming in. And Big Hair's Adventures. Hey, Crispy, welcome along, buddy. Welcome along. Not fair to Aussies, New Zealand timbers. You probably, a couple of the, actually no, two of these timbers won't be in Australia. One of them possibly could be, but I pretty much guarantee you would have heard of them or would be able to get them over there in Aussie, bud. So, yeah, I'm not being too unfair. But the thing is, If you've been listening to many of my other videos, you would actually know these timbers. So there goes a wee hint. Okay, so I'm going to type in go in the chat, guys.
I know what it is.
So Dead Possum, we're just doing a giveaway. The questions tonight are all about timbers that I use on my knife handles. And they are predominantly NZ natives, although this first one you pretty much find just about anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to push in go. I'll type in go.
I know what it is.
I know you know what it is. And yeah, multiple answers, guys. Just go for it. And there we go, guys. Flick me your answers and let's see how we go. I knew you'd all say Remu. No.
Oh, someone said.
Yep, there it goes. We have got an answer. So stop, guys. We have an answer, and that's not typing. What have I just done? I've broken it. Stop, guys. Stop. The answer for this one was a nice, easy one, and it was walnut.
Walnut.
Actually, I should have been a little bit clearer on that. I don't think walnut is an NZ native as such, so that probably wasn't too flash. The next two definitely are. Sorry, guys, but yes, walnut. So I'm just going to go back through, and guys, it is on what's on my screen, okay? It will differ to yours. And we have got Remu, Totra, Pine, and then Digger Mike with walnut, Jade with Remu, Hickory, Remu, Birch, Oak, Matai, Totra, Jara. Oh, you guys are going to have to think outside the square for these next ones. I just copied. Okay, so Digger Mike, congrats, mate. Digger Mike. Haven't even showed you guys the prizes, have I? I have got a bunch of NZ and British silver sixpences up for grabs tonight. So there's 3 of them. So each prize will come with a NZ sixpence and a they're all still sitting on the and a British sixpence. So 925 sixpence and a 50% sixpence. So congrats, Digger Mike. You are the winner for the first one. So, what's that?
What's the second?
Oh, I'm not telling you because you'll give it away. I think I'll turn those over and then you won't be able to see them.
No, but I want to see them to see who gets it first.
Yeah, no, when we get to that point. Christmas tree, says Kane. Yeah, it's about right. I have a black walnut tree in my yard. Oh, well, David, chop it down, send it over. I'll make some knife handles out of it. Apparently, they can be quite old, the old walnut trees. I completely forgot about my winnings last week. Don't panic, blades. They're still sitting here on my desk. So I will endeavour to. I've got a bunch of bits and pieces I've got to get out this week, so I will get those sent this week. Yeah, just been a funny old week this week. My shoulder, whoa, my shoulder is awesome. I had a appointment with the physio on Thursday. So I went along and he is super stoked with the way it is now. He's really impressed with the range of motion I've got in it now. So it's this shoulder, so I won't go flicking that round. But I can get it right up to here now, out to here. I mean, I've still got a wee ways to go, but I've got ropes in the garage that I've set up and I'm doing assisted movement. I'm not allowed to engage the muscles yet, although the physio says I'm pretty much there and he reckons I could. But at this stage, the surgeon has said assisted passive movement only until he sees me again, and that's not for another 3 weeks. So the physio reckons I could be into strength training now, but we have to wait because of the surgeon, and the surgeon's a little bit, as I've said before, a little bit on the conservative side. So we just have to wait. So either way, the physio is super stoked with the way it's healing up, and he reckons I'll be back at work June, July. So that is really exciting. And the fact that I've got no sling on now, back in my own bed, it's almost like I'm just about back to normal, and the fact that I still can't lift anything with it, and range of movement is still a little bit tight. But yeah, it's very encouraging, and it is very, well, it just means there's a lot of things I can do now. And I mean, one of those things was this week I got out to the garage and I started pottering around on my knives again. In fact, the day after I went and saw the physio, I came home that afternoon and pretty much started pottering a few things, and then that following day I was into it. I was doing handles and sanding blades and drilling holes in them and prepping all the blades ready for heat treatment. And I glued together a bunch of handles. I've got a couple of those that I'll show you, and I've got a couple more that are gluing up at the moment, so I'll save those for next week. But I've got two here that are going to be pretty cool handles. Actually, I'm really excited, especially one of them. And yeah, one of you's viewers will actually get rather excited because you'll know exactly who you are and whose handle this is. Just catch up with the chat. Timber flex is very rare. I don't think it'd be any good for handles, mate. A little bit too porous. Yeah, Digger Mike's always a tin ass. Got a bunch from another guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, has it got what's wrong with it, David? Why do you need to wear gloves when you pick up black walnuts? Or did I miss something there? Oh, the holes will stain your hands. You don't want that. Yeah, you've got some big old walnut trees in your place, don't you, Mad Care? I remember walking across your lawn out to the man cave, and it's like crunch, 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 crunch. Dead possum. I've moved, bro. You haven't seen my winnings for a while. Actually, I think I've got a couple of things for you. So yeah, no, email me through your new address, mate, Dead Possum, if you have indeed. Yeah, definitely praise God for spare parts. Who doesn't listen to NEC? If you're talking to me, I definitely don't listen. I miss all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we will be back swinging in no time. So poor old Digger Mike, he's had a I actually had. Am I allowed to share that, Digger Mike? I know you've put it up there a couple of times, but Digger Mike, can I share why you are not swinging at the moment? Thank you, Nigel, for your donation. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. I found an 1853 Gothic florin. Oh, that's one of the earlier ones, EDC. Very nice. You must be loving that Manticore, mate. Well done. Yeah, Arnie, 1863. Anything is awesome. That's good age. And that'll be a Gothic florin too, mate. Love the Gothics. Absolutely love them. Oh, cheers, Jade. Thanks for that, mate. What about Tasmania Blackwood for handles? I haven't seen Tasmania Blackwood. I know there's a couple of Aussie timbers that I wouldn't mind getting a hold of, but they are actually in Aussie. From a crowd called, what are they called? Nordic Edge. They do knife making supplies and steels, but they do a whole lot of timber blanks for handles as well. And they've got some beautiful, beautiful timbers, but gee whiz, they are expensive. It's like 80, 90 bucks just for a handle, a timber handle. It's got to be a pretty fancy knife to warrant a handle that flash. And I don't think I could justify charging that extra for people for that sort of carry on. But yeah, there's some nice stuff out there. There's a lot of nice timbers for around 20 to 40 bucks. And a few of the timbers and handles that I make up would probably be easy worth 40, 50 bucks. So, I mean, probably one of the ones I'm going to show you tonight is probably easily $30, $40 handle, made up with the time that goes into it. So you whack that on the knife and you sort of see why the prices are up there on these knives. But yeah, like I say, they're all one-off as well. So you won't see another one. You won't see another handle like this. All the grains are different, and the grains you'll see on these ones are just unreal. Cane. Walnuts are nice. That's only if you eat too many any cane. My wife says she wants a medal. Yes, I saw that Mad Kiwi on one of your Facebook posts. Does she want to go out metal detecting, or does she want you to go out metal detecting and find her lots of rings? Queensland, yeah, there's a lot of nice timbers over there, and they'll be super hard too, super hard. Right, so I'll show you the first set of scales. We call them scales that I've been making. So these two I've glued together. So this darker timber is walnut, and as you can see there, I've lined these up so that the grain sort of mirrors each other. So when you fold those together, they will mirror each other on the handles. And then the top is NZ honeysuckle, or commonly known as Rewa Weera. Weewa Weewa. Rewa Weera. You say that 10 times fast. that'll so that's the backs of them. And now the faces that you're going to see. So basically, I've just cut these, sanded them down so that they've touched and no gaps, and then just glued those together with a 2-pot. And they will come up absolutely stunning. When you oil them, the contrast between the lights, this goes a real honey looking colour, and then this goes to a deeper brown chocolatey colour. And of course you got the two contrasts in the actual grain of the walnut itself, and it's just stunning. I'm so happy with these. So these are going on a pig sticker, and these are going up to a friend of Uncle Clay's, old Clay Tool Stories. This is going up for a friend of his. So yeah. G'day mate.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, everybody. Okay, so the reason poor old Digger Mike is not being able to go detecting at the moment is he has had surgery on his hand as well. So we at the moment have been catching up, having cups of coffee, and yeah, discussing the world and contemplating our woes being cripples and not being able to detect and being stuck at home not working. So it's been a bit of a giggle. I think you're on the mend though, aren't you, bro? You looking at going back to work? Is it this coming week? Tomorrow? You back to work tomorrow? But still not allowed to hold or swing a detector or lift anything heavy until beginning of May, wasn't it? Is it beginning of May, Mike? Yeah, first day back at work tomorrow on light duties, but you're not allowed to go detecting, put pressure on it, lift anything too heavy until May. Oh, end of May. Oh, you poor thing. End of May. That's right. So yeah, so poor old Mike's going out of his mind as well. So I know the feeling that he's having. I know where he's. Yeah, it's not cool. So we sit and yeah, what do? Console each other while we're having cups of coffee and whinging about the fact that we can't do anything. So it's a bit of a giggle. Chris, can you show us your top 5 oldest coins? I can't right at the moment, EDC, but what I'll do, how about I get those out for next week? And in all reality, to be honest, EDC, there's not much you can see. There's very, very little detail on them. In fact, one of them I had in my collection for absolute donkey's ages until I got it out I think it was during lockdown. Got it out, and I was looking through and I thought, oh, there is a little bit of detail on that. So I did some light tricks and tried to get some, and found out it was my oldest coin to date, and it was a 1787 farthing. So it's a Charles II or Charles III. Is it Charles? George? Yeah, no, sorry. Oh, I can't remember. Is it George? That might be George. No, I actually can't remember if it's Charles or George now. But either way, it was a second or third, and 1787. I've also got a couple of 1806. I've got a cartwheel penny, which is, it's George. Mad Kiwi, George says, yeah, George first, second, and third, wasn't it? And then it went to Chow. Oh, yeah, I can't remember the bullhead. Yeah, I can't remember the real early ones because I've never really looked into that. I got a cartwheel penny, which is 1797. They were only done in 1797s, and you can only just make out that too. You can just see the rim around the outside, making it a cartwheel. George III was from 1760. There you go. So George III, halfpenny. So, oh, Blade's pigging. My goodness, he's coming back. He's at you, Mad Kiwi. Thanks heaps, mate. I will put a few entries into that end of stream for you, buddy. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. They're being real generous tonight. My goodness. So they would be my oldest coins, mate. I think my oldest silver coin I've got is 18, I think it's an 1816 sixpence or shilling. Gee, I'd have to go through everything to try and find that because I don't really. I've got my old coppers in a wee tin, but all my silvers I haven't really kept them apart. So I'd have to go through everything. So yeah, I'll try and pull those out for you next week, mate. And if you turn up to the stream, we will definitely go get those out for you, and we'll do some close-ups of them, and I'll show you. What's your oldest EDC? What's your oldest coin that you've found? Digger Mike says his oldest silver is 1860s. Nice. My eldest son, EDC, is actually just in his room. He's got him and his girlfriend came round tonight. So they're doing what they normally do, and they are in their room. And then Hunter is just out watching TV. So we've got 4 kids. So I've got my eldest son is, don't you dare. No. Get out of it. Cut it out. I'm a cripple. No, I'm a cripple. No. Oh, Arnie, see. You're a bad influence. Right. Taking all your Pokemon cards away. So we've got 4 kids, EDC. So I've got my eldest, who's 17. Hunter, who's 12, about to turn... No, 11. About to turn 12, isn't he? Is that right? How old are you?
I'm 10.
You're 10.
Turning 11.
Turning 11. And then Peyton, or Poppet, who is 8. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely, Luke. Yeah, no, that is the deal. That is definitely the deal. And it's quite nice. He's doing the same thing that I used to do when I was a young fella. And when he's here, his girlfriend gets his bed and he goes on the couch. And it's sadly, when he goes round to her place, he's still on the couch, which is exactly the way we had it when I was younger. Digger Mike says, take all your Pokemon, Dad's Pokemon cards. You know better than that, don't you, mate? Yeah. So, Digger Mike, you need to close your eyes for this one. No. These are the other set of scales that I've done. So these are for Digger Mike's knife. And they're different sizes at the moment, but they will all line up once they're on the knife. And so we've got walnut again, and I've got another beautiful scale again with this one. The walnut I got from the timber guy on these ones were just so beautiful. The grain's just lovely. I mean, this here is actually out of a completely different block of wood than this one. And yet they've still come out both with those lovely light and dark accents, which is really cool. It makes my job real cool because I can really play with the different colours of the just one piece of timber as well. So that's gorgeous. And then I've got Queen's Ebony on the front here, which once it's oiled up will go quite dark and black. And then I've got a red piece of, what do they call that? G10 liner. So that's a piece of 2mm G10 liner, and that's red. And once you sand that up and smooth it off, that'll really pop as red. Like at the moment, it looks a bit pink on the camera, but trust me, once that's all sanded down and smoothed out, that will be a lovely bright red. So these are the handles that are going on Digger Mike's knife. So that's going to look really funky. It's going to come up real nice. And then, of course, we'll get the brass pins, which will be real cool. Mad King George. I think he was the mad one, wasn't he, Mad Kiwi? Am I awesome or is Brax awesome? Is Brax awesome for pinching me? Yeah, Arnie C, you're a troublemaker, buddy. Yeah, they're going to look real nice, Digger Mike. They're going to come up real flash. Just got lucky with those. I sort of, you never really know, and it's all about cutting the timbers the right way. I mean, I get them in a 40 by 40 block of about 150 long, 40 mils by 40 mils, or as you would say in the States, probably what, inch and 3/4 maybe, inch and 3/4 blocks by 150 mils, so 6 inches long, and they're all rough sawn mostly as well, so you can sort of semi-see the grain, but you don't really know what you're going to find until you cut it open. You can sort of see on the end grain what it's doing, if there's any waves, and you can see if there's any knots in it. So generally it's a bit of a lottery until you actually splice them down through the table saw and cut them into the scales, into 12 mil thick scales. And that's when you see, it's like you pop them out and it's like, whoa, that's got some beautiful grain. And then from there, I'll sort of decide how I want to orient the grain, how I want to work it. Like this one, I could have had the grain going all the way down through the guts, but I quite like to carry on that angle there and then accentuate it there. So you've got two different angles coming out to this nice curve at the front here. So yeah, I mean, this is the part I really love about making knives, is actually the doing the handles. The steel work, it's fun. I do enjoy that, but my passion is definitely creating wicked one-off handles that just really pop and look great. And I've got some ideas, and Mad Kiwi's been a good help on this one, of doing some resin handles, timber and resin. Coloured resin with some nice burl timber, but also knives with clear inserts. Like that whole inside there might be clear resin, completely clear, see right through, no blade, no nothing, and then insert things into the resin. Like I've got one idea of a fishing knife that I want to do, and it'll probably be my feathers and scales knife, which is this one here, which just happens to be in the 4,000 sub giveaway prize. So I would take this blade here, and see how you've got this big oval here? I would completely hollow that out in the handle and take all the steel out of the actual blade itself, and I would pour clear resin into there with a fly, fishing fly in there, like a little dry fly or a nymph. So you better see right through the handle, and floating in the middle of it would be a dry fly or a nymph. So that's an idea I've got. It's going to take a bit of sorting out and figuring out, but that's an idea I've got for those. And then another one I've got is inserting coins, inlaying coins into the handles as well. Silver coins like threepence and sixpence, because they're a good size and I've got plenty of those. Inlaying a coin into there once the sanding's all done, routing out a small indentation, fitting a coin into there, epoxying it in, and doing that. Have a coin on each side. So yeah, so lots of ideas. Now that I'm sort of Arnie C. Yeah, so I've got lots of ideas at the moment, and now that I'm sort of back into it, I'm quite excited about it again. Like having that little bit of a break, being in the sling and not being able to do anything. I've been quite hanging out to get back into it. Now that I'm actually back in the garage, even though I'm pottering and doing most of the stuff left-handed and taking ages to do things, really loving it still. And I was really, really afraid that I wouldn't want to. Gold Diggers Anonymous. G'day, mate. How you doing? And welcome along. all the way from... I'm going to guess here, or not guess, but I'm pretty sure you are all the way from Sweden, aren't you? Gold Diggers Anonymous. You are Dylan's mate. Switzerland. I was close. In fact, no, you'll probably shoot me for that, but yeah, you are Dylan's mate that came over and spent some time with Dylan. Hey, welcome, buddy. Welcome along to the stream. Yeah, shoulders doing really well, mate. I'm right into physio now. Doing lots of exercises and stretching. Salmon Hunter Sean. G'day, mate. Welcome along. I didn't see you sneak in there. Michael Dawson as well. Nice idea, fishing knife with a... Yeah, well, I mean, you can pretty much, with the resin, mate, you can pretty much put whatever you want in there. The idea is like, I could even do like a big hunting knife, like even a big one like this, and have a big insert in here, and have a bullet shell or even a bullet floating in the resin in there. So you're really limited as only by your imagination and what people want to put in the handles. But the biggest thing will be figuring out the strength and how much handle I can take away without it cracking and disintegrating, or the structural integrity of the knife itself. I don't want to compromise that by taking too much of the steel out as well. And then, of course, I've also got to make sure the handle is going to stay on there. So I've still got to have a decent gluing platform for the actual handle, and also getting a couple of pins in. So it's something I've definitely got to play around with. I've got 9 knives on the go at the moment. So I'll get through that order first. And then I've got a couple of ideas that I'm going to have a wee play with. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be good. Should have this batch of 9 out within 2 to 3 weeks, I reckon, with sheaths ready to ship out in their boxes. So it's quite nice to be back into it. I got 1 more week with the kids off, so I won't get a huge amount done. But once they're gone, I'll be able to spend full time in the garage just pumping out knives, which is really exciting. So, daughter won't but starting. Yeah. Oh, the boys are nothing but trouble, Arnie. Nothing but trouble. Gold Digger, correct. Yeah, we'll be over again in November. I saw your post there, mate. Hopefully I know I'll be back by November. I'll be back into gold panning and fossicking as well, so might even be able to catch up with you. All 3 of us go out on a bit of an adventure. It'd be heaps of fun. Mad Kiwi, I saw an old chap at the Gloucester Market enamel sort of. Oh, okay. Interesting. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, good old 3-ringer, bullet inside the handle. Yeah, it basically, I mean, you're limited only by your imagination, and probably the thickness of the handle too would be sort of determined as to what you put in there as well. But yeah, the biggest thing is I've got to figure out when to put, like when I pour the resin, when to insert the object so that it doesn't sink through to the other side, if you know what I mean. There's a whole bunch of things I've got to figure out to get it right so that it sits in the center of the handle. So how many munchkins have I got? I've got 4, Arnie. So I've got 4 kids, a teenager, and three younger ones. So 3 boys and 1 girl. How about, guys, we do another giveaway? This one, I'll leave the other one. The other one will be slightly easier, but this one here is definitely a native to New Zealand. Only a native, well, pretty sure it's only a native to New Zealand. Denny, welcome back, buddy. Been a while. Good to have you back in. Right, we're just about to do another giveaway, mate, for another couple of those silvers. This one is definitely, well, as far as I know, it's a native to New Zealand. And predominantly grows the best up north, but we do have it down here in the south. So you do everything before you do the final finish and polish. Oh yeah, well and truly, Mad Kiwi. But the only thing is I've got to figure out how I excuse me, I want the object to be in the middle of the knife, floating in the middle of the knife. So it's going to have to be a two-part pour, and I'm going to have to insert the object. Like a fly would be okay because a fly would actually sit in the resin quite well. But something like a bullet that's a little bit heavier, I might have to put in as it's curing at some stage so it doesn't sink right through. You know what I mean? But yeah, Denny, this is a tree thing. So this is timbers that I use on my knife handles. Timbers that I use on my knife handles. And this is, this one here that I've got in my hand is definitely a native to New Zealand. So I'll type in go, and then you guys give me some answers. This will be a slightly trickier one, guys, so have a really good think about it. Think about some New Zealand natives, and we'll see how we go. Go for it, guys. Let's see what you got. I'm not having a bourbon tonight. Pukatea, Kahakatea. Oh, I nearly chose Kahakatea dead possum. Yeah, there it goes. Well done. Well done. I have seen it. So stop, guys. Stop, stop, stop. We do have a winner. Pahutakawa. So predominantly up north, beautiful red flowering tree. But as per my chat again, just remember that. We've got Rewa, Totra, and Jacob, it's Rewa Wira. Remember that. Rewa Wira or NZ Honeysuckle, not just Rewa. Rewa, Totra, Pukatea, Kahikatea, Matai. Oh, Matai is another beautiful one, Mason. Absolutely beautiful. Oak. Yep, I've got oak. Oak on another handle. Horapito. Manuka. Manuka probably would work okay. It's a nice hardwood, isn't it, Nigel? Kawai or Ko-Fi. Blackwood. Oh, I've done a blackwood handle. Kauri. Ko-Fi. And then Mason Waller with Pahutakawa. Congrats, mate. There goes my oldest boy flexing in the background. Arnie. Oh, what have I done there? No. Get off. Go away. I just clicked on something that popped up at the same time. Got that fat boy in the back. So Mason, congrats, buddy. Send me through your email. crispyskiwiadventures@gmail.com, and yeah, I'll send those coins away to you. So you got a nice wee silver sixpence, 50% silver, and a nice little English silver, 925. So congrats, Mason. Well done. Cowgirl stink. Awesome. Nice one. I'll just catch back up on the Ko-Fi ain't too good wood, I don't think. Oh, okay. Redwood says, yeah, Denny, Wira. So Wira is NZ honeysuckle, so which is a native one, not the actual honeysuckle that's the climber. Use a small blowtorch. Yeah, I've watched I've watched quite a few videos, Mad Kiwi, on just how people do it. I'm in bed, mate. Fair enough, EDC. You do know that viping's not too flash for you. A lot of people having some major issues recently. Whoop whoop, says Mason. Yeah, congratulations, mate. Poor Dad Adventures. Welcome, buddy. Yes, he has got a good set of guns on him at the moment. He's been going to the gym while I haven't been, and he's still pumping out. And he's actually he's what he's calling on the cut at the moment. But he's running a bit of a diet going on at the moment, just cutting down on a few bits and pieces and trying to lose a bit of weight as well. So he's not putting huge bulk on at the moment, but he's definitely slimming up and looking really good. He's just about up to pumping the weights that I was doing before my injury. So no doubt by the time I get back, he will have surpassed me, and he'll be pumping bigger weights than me. Funny thing is though, he was prancing around the house the other day, funny story, and he was all being cocky and flexing and all the rest of it. And I says, oh, he says, yeah. He says, oh, I'm stronger than you, Dad, rah, rah, rah. And I said, arm wrestle. And he goes, oh, and I said, I have to be left because I can't do right. And we lined up, had an arm wrestle, smashed him. The old man still has it. I couldn't believe it. It actually made my day. I was feeling a bit down and all the rest of it, and because I've been feeling like I've been losing a lot of condition, a lot of strength. My shoulder and this part of my shoulder, my traps, my shoulder muscles, my rear delts especially have all dropped and starting to waste away a little bit. Starting to get them moving again, which is cool, and they do hurt a lot because I am starting to use them all. But I thought being left-handed, and I just felt like I was losing a lot of that condition. And I kid you not, he had nothing. Just smashed him twice. So pretty happy with that. Whether he let me or not, I don't know, but I was stoked. Yeah, Arnie, smoked him, mate. Dad's always win. Oh, it won't always be that way, Digger Mike. I would say within a year, mate, he's going to be a bit of a beast. He's going to be an animal, mate. Yeah, we do EDC. We're both on protein and things like that. Protein, I think when he can afford it, he gets creatine as well. I'm off for creatine at the moment until I go back to the gym and get back into it seriously. But yeah, no, we're both on protein. We also take zinc and magnesium and a few other bits and pieces, just vitamins, keep ourselves healthy. And I think that's really aided me in the whole recovery of my shoulder as well, was the fact that I was fit and healthy when I did it. I did have the core strength up in there as well. The muscles were all strong. And I think once I finished, I'm not going to be a skinny, bony, wasted away to nothing person. There's still going to be something there, a good basis to build on when the time does come. So, yeah, I think, looking after myself with all that and keeping going with the protein and the vitamins and all the rest of it as well has just helped the whole repair of that and sped up the process, I reckon. Because my physio is quite amazed at just where I'm at. He reckons I'm about a month ahead of where I should be for my age. So pretty stoked with that. Old bull still rules the farm. Definitely, mate. Yeah, this old bull still does, mate. Yeah, I wouldn't even try the right hand, Arnie. I think the old arm would fall off, mate. Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. It certainly definitely helps the algorithm and all the rest of it. And yeah, even once you're done here too, guys, comments. I've been watching a lot of videos just recently, and things like likes, even dislikes, and comments in videos help the YouTube algorithm promote you up the ladder of presenting you to other people. So things like comments, so that's why I will always return a comment, reply to a comment, and engage in those comments, because that helps the algorithm to push my channel more. And sadly, guys, yes, there will be a lot more shorts coming out. YouTube has gone the way of shorts now, and pretty much the biggest way of growing your channel is shorts these days. And that is why I've pulled myself out of that little stale period that I was in, is I've whacked a few shorts in. And every time I put a short in, I seem to get about 3 or 4 subscribers per short. So the more shorts that I do, I think the more we're going to grow a little bit. And James Batt, good evening, my man, and welcome along. So you will see a few more shorts, and I'm sorry for that. I'll try and make them fun and enjoyable. And they'll be all on topic. I won't get too carried away and throw in me knitting some jersey or something weird and silly like that. But yeah, you will see a few more shorts just to help me boost my subs and get myself up there a little bit more. And yes, we are only, what was it? 17, 82, 83, yeah, 17 subs away, I think, from hitting the 4,000, the 4K. So I reckon if I can throw a couple more shorts up in the video next week, we will be tickety-boo. So here you go, Arnie. This is Hunter. and this is Bricks, and there's Peyton, and the big animal thing that came through flexing was Ethan, my oldest. So there you go, Arnie. That's my lineup. What do we got here? Soon. We're coming up on about an hour, so it won't be too much longer. We've got one more giveaway, and then we won't be too far off. So yeah.
Tell us when.
I will. I'll get somebody to call out to you.
I did.
They all wanna pick a name each. So yeah. Yeah. So, although we'll have to do rock, paper, scissors because there's only two draws.
Is Silver Tony Fire on there?
Silver Tony Fur is not on tonight. I haven't seen him. No.
What about Digger Mike?
Yeah, Digger Mike's on. Yeah. Digger Mike said hi. There you go. He says, Digger Mike says, Hunter, hoping you're looking after the card. Digger Mike, he traded it with me.
Yeah.
He traded that card, traded it with me to get more cards. So I gave him a bunch, didn't I?
I didn't want to trade it, but
yeah, you did.
I didn't. I just traded it because there was like lots of cards that I needed.
Yeah, I've got a big trade pile, and he's had an eye on a couple of my cards for a while. So
cards that I've really needed to.
Poor Dad's Adventures maximum short time is 60 seconds. So you can do two. You can do a 15-second or a. Oh no, that might be TikTok. Now, TikTok might be 15 and 60. Short video shorts, I think, is still 60 seconds though. 60-second short. Yeah, 1 minute. I know, it's pretty cool, eh? Yeah, shorts are about 1 minute. Yeah, 60 seconds. And they've just started to, they've made them monetized here in New Zealand. So all the shorts that I've been posting have been getting nothing. Now, yeah, we get about 2 cents per 1,000 views. So, yeah, it's not huge money, but that's something.
I'll buy some more this week. Shh.
I bet you will, mate. Digger Mike farmers have got restocked and still got them on sale to Wednesday. I think they've got their big toy sale on, and yeah, I think they're running at about $6, $6 something per pack.
Six something.
Yeah, $6 something or other. So super cheap. Mason, cheers, my man. Thank you for that. So we'll definitely crank into the shorts. The thing is, the shorts bring the viewers in because everybody watches them, and then you, out of all of those, it seems to pump up your subscriber level. The Sluices, as soon as he started doing shorts, he had a couple go super viral, and he is now one of the biggest gold channels in New Zealand just because of his shorts. Thanks for that, Mason. I'll put you in the draw, end of stream draw. Much appreciated, mate, and good luck.
Bye, Dad.
Yeah, I'll get somebody to come out and call you. Jade been watching the shorts. Yep. Jade's been popping out a few as well. So, Shining Star. What's going on here? Not much. We're just having a chin wag and a chat, and I'm just waffling on about pretty much nothing. But welcome along, and happy for you to join in. Yeah, Jade's been working on it. He's been throwing out quite a few shorts just recently, which is cool. It's really crazy. I can't figure it out. I did a video, I can't remember if I said last week, but I did a video on YouTube short. I did a YouTube short, and I did put it on Instagram as well, on TikTok as well. TikTok, it's gone viral. It's got like 130,000 views, and it's doubled my members in my actual TikTok. Yet on the same video on YouTube short, got about 1,500 views and then just plateaued and stopped. So I just can't figure it out. It's weird. But hopefully I'll get a short that goes viral on YouTube, and then I'll be away. I'll be away laughing. It'll be awesome. I've just started to play Pokemon Go, Chris. Oh, nice. Oh, you'd be after all the code cards that we pull out of the packs. They win you things on the Pokemon Go. EDC, me and the kids. Nice. I didn't realise you were doing that too, Digger Mike. Very cool. Hey, let's do this final giveaway. So, got another card here. This one, if you've been listening, has been mentioned tonight. And again, it is a NZ native. Yeah, it's something we should get into, Digger Mike. Should get the kids out and do it. So I'll type in the chat, go. Give me your answers. So again, guys, it's a NZ native timber that I use on my handles. Go for it. Give me some answers. What have you got there, guys? There you go. You were all listening, and it was going to be the first one in, wasn't it? Good job. Good job, Jacob. Okay, stop, guys. Stop, stop, stop. We do have a winner. And yes, it was Rewa Wea. Even I can't say it properly, eh? Rewa. So, yep. Rewa. And first on the board there was, I think, on my chat. Yeah, Jacob. Well done, buddy. Jacob. And I'm guessing, Jacob, you're still out in the same place? If not, mate, and you want it sent somewhere else, just flick me through an email. Otherwise, I'll send it out to the address that I do have for you. Yippee says, sweet. Roll the R. Riwa. Yeah, true. That sounds way better now. Riwa. I've got to bring out the Māori in me. Rita. Man, now I'm just going to make a fool of myself. So well done, Jacob. Congratulations. I don't have a huge amount else to talk about, and we are coming up on an hour. Fastest finger first. It was Mason. It was always going to be. I figured that everybody had been listening. So, and as soon as I corrected Jacob, I thought, oh no, I've cocked it up. But he remembered. He clicked onto it. Kiwi Kaimawana. Welcome, buddy. Hope you're having a good night. We're having a ball. We're just chit-chatting and shooting the breeze. I suck. Aussies and Kiwis had the good choices. Yeah, sadly, only see. I mean, when those ones when you got to be in on it real fast, the old lag across the continents, man, it sucks. It sucks big time. Power diving next weekend. Kaikoura power season again. Oh, nice. Oh, very cool. How long are they going to keep the season open for this time, buddy? I know everybody was up in arms about it last time, but James Bat, only you guys are only a couple of hours behind us, aren't you? Yeah, Digger Mike, you know all about the power, don't you? 2-month season. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I would have liked to have had a real good go at it this year or this summer, but popping out my shoulder and blowing my shoulder and having the surgery sort of put that all on the back burner. I was going to get myself a decent wetsuit and a spear gun this summer and go out at Christmas time and do some videos of some bit of spear fishing and catching crays, picking up power and all the rest of it. So that sort of all of that's been put on the back burner till next summer. So it should be fit as a fiddle next summer and be sweet as. Like I probably even now I probably still couldn't I wouldn't be able to even put a wetsuit on, let alone swimming around in the ocean. So where have you been, James? I remember seeing a post that you were over there and you'd left your detector at home, but gutting. Where are you? You've been over there for a few days now, haven't you? Bet you're getting some nice weather over there. It's been mank here, buddy. You haven't missed anything. Last week, this week just gone's been hideous. Blades Piggin, there's only up in Kaikoura. Since the earthquake up there and the big upheavals and all the rest of it, they've had sort of issues trying to get the population back. They lost a heap up there with the earthquake. So I think they opened it back up and everything went a bit silly, so they brought back in some seasons. So, Chris, welcome, buddy. Still in the cladding game, Crispy? No, I gave that up a couple of years ago, mate. I have gone out on my own and just doing guttering and fascia and gutter. So I'm a gutter monkey now, been a gutter monkey for a couple of years now. Actually off on ACC at the moment, Chris, with a surgery on my shoulder. I blew out my rotator cuff. So I'm off now until at least July, maybe August, but probably July I'll be back at work. So yeah, just working by myself. No staff anymore, no big teams, no nothing. Just contracting, loving it, mate. Absolutely loving it. So it's good. Get more time to go out and do my hobbies and sort of concentrate on my YouTube and way more family time. So heaps much cooler. Yeah, Digger Mike only in Kaikoura, so seasons for everything worth eating. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it, Denny? Although we're pretty lucky here with our hunting, not like overseas in the States and stuff like that, where they have 1 week long seasons for half their deer over there. We can shoot our deer and pigs and all that sort of stuff all year round, which is pretty cool. Last year, too many recreational fishers turned up. Yeah, they did, eh? It was just crazy. They just absolutely just got silly. It was because, I mean, it had been closed for quite a few years. Population got back up, but of course everybody just went silly. It's like you have a long weekend and you close a supermarket. The day after, everybody goes there and empties the supermarket because it's like they've been in some big, everybody just gets a bit silly, and they just absolutely pillaged the Kaikoura and stocks went right down very quickly. So they've decided to pull in a season just so that the population can recover better and faster. I mean, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? When you dig a mic, it'd just be quite. I mean, does it affect you much, dig a mic at all, or not? Oh, yeah, no, yeah, there is the duck shooting season, I suppose, but that's it. Duck shooting with the pheasants and all the rest of it, but that's pretty much the only season we have for shooting anything. Generally, Poor Dad's Adventures, you can go out and shoot a deer any time of the year. I mean, they do ballots down in Fiordland, but I think that's more to keep the population sweet, and also because getting in there is just an absolute nightmare. Being so remote, they don't want every Tom, Dick and Harry in there getting lost and dying. Denny, in my youth, watched two guys net 3 tons of carwai at the Coromandel. Flip me days. Then buried 2 ton because they had too much. That's not cool, eh? Wow. I used to get really upset with the boys down at the Waimak back in the day when I used to fish there heaps. And everybody would go down there chasing salmon, and of course, carwai became a bit of a bycatch because the carwai would come in at the same time as the salmon are running because they're all chasing the Waimak, chasing the whitebait. And all these salmon fishermen would catch these carwai and they'd just biff them up behind them in the beach. Wouldn't even gut them, bleed them or kill them, just biff them up and just let them be. And they'd let them die, and I'd be like, what are they doing? That fish is beautiful. And I'd go around and when people caught them, I'd go around and, oh, do you want this? No, stupid, horrible things. And all these salmon purists. And I'd go home, I'd catch 2 or 3 of my own, and then I'd go home with about 4 or 5 of these other carwai that people would just be throwing away because they didn't want them. They were after salmon and it was a bycatch, but they wouldn't put them back because they don't want to catch them again. And it was just like, wow. And I used to get really upset with that because it was just, for me, I've always been a subsistence, what do you call it? I hunt for meat, basically. So if I go out for a hunt and shoot something, it's like I will take everything I possibly can off that animal to bring home to eat. So if I go fishing, other than trout fishing, I won't generally bring every trout that I catch home. I'll put a few back because I know that's a very delicate fishery. But if I get a good panty size, I'll bring that, a nice eating one. I'll bring the odd one home. But any other fish, if it's legal size and we need food, it comes home. And same with hunting. I'll take all the meat I can possibly butcher out on the hill and I'll carry it all home. But hence why I don't go out and shoot 5 deer as well. I mean, you shoot what you need and you shoot what you can carry home. But I've always been, hunt for meat. And so I get frustrated when people waste meat. Like even if I go up and shoot goats, I'll bring the meat home for my mate's dogs and things like that. I've got a few guys that have got dogs, and I'll bring the goat home for them. I try not to leave things wasted up on the hill. It's just not the way I do it. Yeah, feed the neighbours, feed the mates' dogs. That's exactly it. It's all about sharing the kai and not wasting it. I mean, yeah, I've come across deer up in the bush that have just been big stags that have been beheaded and no meat whatsoever taken off them. And I get quite upset at that. But another story for another day. Yeah, me too, Crispy. Fish and hunt for me. Only take what I need. It's exactly it, dead possum. And if we all did that, it'd keep everything in great check. Yes, kiwi kai moana. I've never had kawai as sashimi. We've always smoked them up. I've got two now in the freezer, and we just butterfly and smoke them. But I've never tried them raw as sashimi. I'm going to throw some soy sauce in the truck in one of my back drawers, and next time I go out, like once I can go fishing again, next time I go out and catch some kawai, I'll definitely try that. I'll bleed one and just let it cool down, and then we might try some, do a catch and cook sashimi kawai down on the Waimak beach. They make a cool video. Oh, there you go. Denny says it's delicious as well. I'll definitely try that, and I'll make a video of it. I'll definitely do a video. My dad still complains about the pig we lost at the time. Yeah. Defrosted did it. I've never had I've never shot an animal and not been able to track it. I've had a couple of mates who have done that, and it's a gutting feeling, eh? It's a real gutting feeling. It's not the best feeling at all. Them and Trez are the best sashimi. Oh, okay. I've heard also gurnard. Gurnard is meant to be a really nice sashimi fish as well, Denny. I've heard that from a couple of guys. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the wasabi. I like to taste my food rather than have a hot tongue that's burning. I'll just stick with the soy sauce. You can have your wasabi. But yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, I mean, Clay's a big push of the old wasabi and soy sauce on his kawai. Every time I've tried fishing the Waimak River, too many fishermen. Yeah, they run kiwi kai. They run over winter, over Christmas. So we were there. We went down. A few of us went down just before Christmas because I was off on ACC, and they were running in massive schools. Like every cast was just about a fish on the beach, and they were big kawai too, really big kawai. If you go and have a look at one of my latest smoking a kawai videos, it might be short or something like that. They're big kawai, and they put up a cool fight. Like I was chasing them on my my new trout rod that I had built, my custom built one, and that was so much fun, man. Light tackle. I think my braid's only about what is it, 6 or 8 pound braid with a 7 pound tippet or something like that, and chasing these big 8 to 10 pound kawai. Whoa, it was heaps of fun. It was really cool. Need to get the cobwebs off. Oh, definitely, Mike. We have to get out together. Right. I think it's about time for a draw. What do you reckon? Get the barrel? Shh, don't tell anyone. Just so you see it's so we'll do the members and Patreons first. And again, guys, thank you so much for all your support. It is so much appreciated. It really is.
Can I put some in these ones?
Yeah, hang on. We'll let Brax can do this one.
No,
Oh, you want to do the big one? Okay, you can do this one, Hunter. So we have got all names. Oh, Mad Kiwi. My mate, you are really hunting down a entry, aren't you? Thank you so much, buddy.
Digger Mike or Mad Kiwi.
Mad Kiwi. Come in there with another super chat. My goodness. We'll get a couple more in there for you, buddy. If your name doesn't come out after this, I will be very, very surprised, brother. Oh, and Jade. Giving him a bit of competition, eh?
Gee, Mad Kiwi's donating a lot.
He has.
Thank you, Mad Kiwi.
Yeah, I think his wife doesn't know he's got the credit card tonight. What do you reckon, eh? Awesome, Jade. Thank you so much, mate. And for those at the very beginning of the stream, before we even started, I did get those super chats as well. So thanks heaps. So Hunter, he's going to draw the first one. So put your hand in there.
Look at what Digger Mike said.
What's Digger Mike said? Brax, have a guess before you pull the name out. He will. He always
Somebody
does.
else's.
Oh, we'll get that in a minute. Let's get this one out of the way. So pull your hand in. Make sure it comes out. And then put it right up against the screen so everybody sees we're doing it properly. Okay? So don't look in there. Okay? So don't look in there. Pull one. Yeah, he's in there. And then just open it up straight at the screen.
It's this one.
That one? Okay. Straight at the screen. Up at the screen, boys. Who have you got? Pig Dog, Pig Dog. Tony, congratulations, mate. So Pig Dog, Pig Dog. Congratulations, you have one entry in there. Are you still even in the thing? Blades, cheers, mate. I'll just write your name down as well. Put a couple more in there. Thank you so much, guys.
I don't think he's in here.
He might have gone already, or he might just be lurking.
Should I do another one?
No, they all. No, we. This is. They'll find out next week, or they'll watch it again. No, we don't have to. Don't have to worry about that. We don't redraw just because you're not here. Right.
I don't know who I'm going to want.
If I win, please give it to Kiwi. Oh, you want to give Kiwi Kai a entrance, a win entry into the knife draw, do you? Mad Kiwi?
If he wins.
If he wins. So if your name gets pulled out, Mad Kiwi, you want to donate your win to Kiwi Kai Moana. Can you just confirm that, brother? Because I got a feeling you may well come out. Well, there's a lot of names actually going in here at the moment, guys. There's a lot of names. Very much appreciated. I do admit, I do appreciate you guys' support. Sluices!
Yep, I have
Welcome, buddy.
Yep, I have one of yours.
Yep, you can always have more, buddy. You can always have more. It was a pleasure making that knife for you too, Mad Kiwi. That was real nice. In fact, it's still probably one of my favourite knives that I've actually made, that blade that I did for you. It's a nice design. The blade was a nice design and everything just felt really nice in the hand. Probably a little bit heavy in the handle, but I think that was just because of the timber we used, that lignum vitae.
There's so many Mad Kiwis.
Yes, there is. Hey, Dylan, what's it like over there in Oz, mate? I see you still haven't found any gold. Nah, poor old Mike, Dylan, is like me. He's just had an operation on his hand, and so he can't do any metal detecting until the end of May. So pretty much we just get together and have cups of coffee and, yeah, console our or wallow in our own misery, I guess you'd call it, don't we, Mike? Yeah, so no, he hasn't been doing any detecting. I did see your recent post, lots of spendies. I guess you'll be getting lots of bits and pieces over there. But yeah, I actually saw that too, Mike. That was funny. Yeah, vacuuming all your gold out of your car. You guys dropped gold everywhere, man. It's funny. Still been great. No solid gold, but heaps of coins. Yeah, lots of coins over there, eh? So stoked. Got one last night in the morning swing tonight. So when are you coming home, Dylan? You over there for a wee bit longer still, or another week, or you heading back soon? Right. This is your turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Who are you picking? Oh yeah. Cool. All right. Oh, you're back tomorrow night, mate. Oh, it's all ending far too soon, isn't it? Alrighty, pull one out and then straight up to the camera.
I'm gonna go for the very bottom.
Very bottom.
Something like that.
Just pick out one. Have a good rustle round. Rustle. Actually, that's Ethan's nickname at work. They call him Russell because there's two Ethans there. Right, bring it over here. Who you got? You have. So, who did you whisper in my ear?
Digger Mike.
Yep, talking to the camera. Who'd you whisper in my ear?
Digger Mike.
Yep. And who did we pull? Digger Mike. Good night, buddy. In fact, you're actually not even on here yet. So Digger Mike, congratulations. Super chat, Digger Mike. So young Braxton here, his winning streak is still going. I think he has picked just about everyone you've picked. You've whispered in my ear and it's been right, hasn't it?
Yeah. Everyone.
Tinny. Just absolutely tinny. And I kid you not, we are not messing around with you. It's all done legit.
Look what Digger Mike said.
What's Digger Mike said? Digger Mike, whoop, whoop, please give mine to Kiwi Kaimoana. Oh, Kiwi Kaimoana, you're doing well, mate. You're going to have to keep coming back to my live streams. Kiwi
Braxton is bad for me.
Moana. Oh, Kiwi Kaimoana, I hope you're still here because you are on the knife giveaway now with one entry. To get the knife, mate, you need five wins. So, yeah. So, at the moment, we've got Blades Piggin with 2, Pig Dog with 1, Nigel with 2, Jade with 1, and Kiwi Kaimoana, you now have 1 as well. So, you're still here? Okay, mate. Well, you are pretty much on the board now, on the running for that knife. So, you need 4 more wins, and you'll get a $300 custom-made blade. CK blade. So I don't know if you know Kiwi Kaimoana, but I do make my own knives. This is a little feathers and scales knife that I make. This is actually in my 4,000 subs giveaway. This is first prize at the moment. But basically I will build you a knife to the value of $300. And to give you an idea, Kiwi Kaimoana, this is the handle of Digger Mike's one that he won. So we've got a nice walnut and Queen's Ebony. And nice little red G10 liner in there. So Mike's picked his knife blade and he picked the handles. And I am building that for him now. So you go in the drawer along with Jade, Nigel, Blades Pigging and Tony. And yeah, 5 wins. You get to pick out and custom build a knife. Yeah, put it back. Oh, now the boys are rummaging through all my stuff and. How far? Okay, we are about. I had a look just before we went live, and we were sitting at about 3,982. I think we'd gone back a couple. So we're about, what, 18 away, 17, 18 away, mate. So we are looking pretty good at the moment, Mad Kiwi, for draw probably next Sunday, I reckon. I reckon next Sunday's live draw will be, live stream will be the 4K draw as well. I'll get a couple of shorts out this week and possibly a video. I put out there on Facebook this week, beginning of the week, trying to get access to farms or properties or even public places where people know that there's rabbits. I want to take the boys rabbit shooting, teach them a bit of gun safety, hunting, and go out and do a bit of a shoot and cook rabbit video. So go out, shoot a few rabbits, come back, cook them up out the back of the truck on the new setup that's in the back of the truck. So hopefully I've got one spot in Kaikoura, but I think that's going to be a bit far to take the kids for an afternoon. But I've got another guy who's come back to me and said that he's got a couple of contacts in Ashburton, or just out of Ashburton. So hoping to hear something from him tomorrow, and we might be able to shoot down there, down to Ashburton for an afternoon, evening, and just take the 22 down. I picked up the 22 the other day and shouldered it, and it felt really good in the shoulder. I could lift my arm like that and hold it. No recoil in the 22, so it's not going to be an issue with my shoulder. And so I reckon we should be able to go down there, put the PARD night scope on the 22, and should be able to pop over a few bunnies and do a wee catch and cook. Have some dinner down there and cook up some rabbit and feed the kids, and then maybe do a bit of spotlighting after that with the night vision and see if we can't knock over a few possums as well, come back with a bit of fur. So hopefully we'll get that video next week and a couple more shorts. Also going into the garden, I'm actually going in there tomorrow, into our garden, and we'll be pulling all that out and, oh, look at that, speak of the devil, I think he's just got back to me just then. And I'm going to be redoing the garden as well, so that will be a Patreon-only video. So we're going to pull everything out that's in there and pretty much... yeah, I think we're going to replant some winter veggies in there. So that will be a bit of a Patreon video. So, so keep an eye out for that for those of you who are on my Patreon. And if you want to see more of that, jump on over there and sign up. She's not that expensive per month. And, of course, you get a few videos, exclusive videos, plus first rights to watch any of my other videos that, that go on YouTube. I'll post them all up on Patreon first. So... got to have perks for those guys, don't you? Those that do support me heaps. Greenstone and now you're getting real carried away. Could do, yeah. I could. I used to do bone carving, so I'm sure I could do a bit of greenstone carving, bit of punamu and a bit of gold in there with some nice power inlays or something. You wouldn't want to use it though, would you? She'd be way too flash. Digger Mike never tried rabbit before. It's very much like chicken, mate. It's actually a white flesh, cooks up very much like chicken, takes on any sort of flavouring you cook it up with, it takes on that sort of flavouring, and that's the main flavour you get. The meat itself doesn't have a really strong flavour. It's not like hare. Hare's a red meat, and it's very gamey, whereas rabbit, oh, flip. I've had a lot of people, I mean, I can't say. It does, from memory, it's very much like chicken. And, I mean, we cooked it up with quite a spicy rub, and all I tasted was the rub. There was no real meat flavour. It was just like, yeah, you eat a chicken that's got seasoning on it, and you taste the seasoning. You don't really taste the chicken. Well, that's sort of what rabbit's like. It's good for you, though. Well, I'm quite keen to shoot a few more rabbits to put a bit more meat in the freezer, just to, start substitute going to the supermarket all the time. So, I mean, once I'm all fit and healthy, I'll be back on the hills and we'll be filling up the freezer again. And, then we won't have to go to the supermarket again. And also we'll get the garden going. And, we'll only have to go to the supermarket for the basics, really, which would be nice. I had to talk to my physio EDC, and the recoil from a big gun would not be good for the tendons at the moment because they're still under pressure and very tight. And the recoil's just going to upset everything. So he's basically said, don't even try it. Don't even go there. He said a small air rifle or 22 would be fine, but not a big gun. I am allowed to wear a pack. He did say I could shoulder a pack now, and I should be fine. He says I'll probably fatigue and get a bit tired because my shoulder won't be used to it. But he says by all means, if I want to go for a walk or go for a tramp and pack a lunch or something like that or have some camera gear, he said, yep, go for it. I can do that. So that'll be quite exciting. So once the kids go back to school, after next week, I might start getting out and doing some day trips with the camera. Get the big camera out and start doing some just some small tramps around Canterbury. Get some footage for shorts and things like that. Yeah, there's a couple of waterfall tramps that I'd like to do. Just nice, simple ones, real close. So I should be able to get some nice footage for those for some shorts to keep the channel running. So, yeah, Birdlings Flats, it's pretty hit and miss. Birdlings Flat, Kiwi Con 1. You got to get the winds right. Apparently, nor'west is the best. Yeah, elephant fish is nice, mate. If you go back a few years, we did, a friend of mine took me out down to Cooper's Beach, which is down south a little bit further past Birdlings Flat, and we threw a kontiki out there. We threw a kontiki 3 times out about a K. We sent it out for about half an hour, brought it back in. We got 2 or 3 elephants, and one of them was the biggest one Jesse had ever seen. It was massive. He reckoned it was the biggest they'd ever caught down around that area. And I think we got about 3 or 4 other alleys and a couple of rig, which was pretty cool. Really good night. So I took the drone down there. They took the Kentucky, and I made a pretty cool video out of that. So that's on my, go back and have a look at that one. That's pretty cool. But elephant fish is very nice, but you've got to take the fins off. You definitely, as soon as you get them, same as rig, whip all the fins off, and that takes all the mercury out of the flesh, and you don't get that real nasty fishy flavour. And it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I just supervised the kids shooting it. I don't think any of the kids have shot the 308 yet. Ethan has. I don't think Hunter has yet. They've all shot the 22 heaps. They co-own a little 22 pump action, which has been their gun for the last few years. Open sights. They're pretty good on that. And then I've also got a little break barrel single shot that they take out. It's got a red dot laser on it, and that's their gun. So one shot in the barrel at any one time, which means keeps it pretty safe. Means I probably won't end up with a hole in me. And it also gives them a good safety thing because it's a hammer action as well. So they have to pull the hammer back to actually be able to work it. So it gives them good safety in the gun. One shot, they can't reload it unless they break it open and put another bullet into it. So it's not like a semi or a bolt where you can accidentally pull the bolt back, fire another one in there in the excitement of shooting something, and then forget about it and wander around with a live bullet in there. It's basically you've got to break it open, pull the bullet out. So it's a good learning tool for them. Good learning tool for them. Yeah, definitely, mate. Once I'm up for it, we'll definitely take the trucks over and do a bit of a reefing trip. Won't be able to dig much over there, but definitely, once I can swing again. I've heard you want to, and I've heard that the nor'west helps with the casting and also flattens it out. Is that right? Flattens out the sea a little bit and is really good for aiding the casting as well. You get it out a bit further into the out past the breakers. Birdlings Flat drops off really quick, goes deep real fast. So it's a funny one to fish. I've always heard that people fish way better further down south on the other side of Lake Ellesmere. Seems to get way better down there. Hey, Rob Random. Welcome, brother. Yes, a Gatling gun would be fun. I don't think there would be much meat left to take home and put in the freezer, though, buddy. Single shots are real good. My granddad taught me how to shoot on a single shot 410 shotgun. So did a lot of bunny shooting up in Blenheim, out the beach there at Rarangi, shooting his old 410 single shot. That was a good way of learning. That was really cool. Right, guys, I'm waffling on. It's probably time we call this one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Hope I haven't waffled on too much, guys. And for all those with the super chats tonight, thank you so much, and it's much appreciated. Thank you heaps. And for your support, guys, it's much appreciated, much appreciated. Things are being a bit slow on the old video side of things, just with my shoulder. I thought I'd be able to do a little bit more, and I haven't. It's been very frustrating, but I will get there, and yeah. Well, I can see light at the end of the tunnel. We will get there, guys. The videos will be back up and running soon, and yeah, just got to get this stupid shoulder sorted. I'm usually a very patient man, but when it comes to sitting around doing nothing, I don't have enough patience for that. I like being busy, I like being active, I don't like sitting around too much, and it's driving me mental. So hopefully we can get it all sorted and get back on the videos for you guys. And yeah, hopefully in time, catch up with a few of you guys and maybe get out in the gold fields, mining or hunting. It's still a big goal of mine to do catch-ups and yeah, get together with you guys, do some hunting trips of sorts, and have a bit of fun. So, g'day, little John. Welcome and good night. See you next week on the West Coast. You will, mate. Hey, thanks, guys. Be safe. Have a great week. And fingers crossed, we will see you next Sunday. Same bat time, same bat channel. So until the next one, guys, happy hunting. Have a good one.